I just want to thank everyone for coming. This is kind of like the first class reunion, right, for Core Themes graduates.
I want to learn about what haven't we talked about that we should talk about? Core Themes.
Are you living your core themes?
Well, I think that goes back to what I said. It's a journey. And if you keep it alive in you, then it has value. If it's a one-time thing, then what did you accomplish? In my mind.
It really defines that bliss is success plus happiness. That's the balance. I guess my question is, are you, in terms of your journey, are you closer to that success and happiness than you were before you went through Core Themes? That would be, I guess, that's the test.
I think there's going to be people that would say to you, because they tend to be transactional and they came here to get another job, that, right, they're probably no happier than they were when they left, right, on it. But just this group right here, you can tell people it was impactful. It made a difference in their lives. It made a difference in my family life. It touched in a number of different areas, personally, relationship, family, on it. And it's the gift that keeps giving, because every year I get, it wasn't really about that. This was what it was about. So it kept peeling back the layer of the onion. So I think that there's a group that it really resonates with. So
I think you also need to realize too that you got a room full of people here who made the conscious decision to pull the trigger on Core Themes. And I think there's really no way to extrapolate that in terms of what percentage of that is of the 70% that are unhappy in their job. So how do you set that hook in that that other demographic?
I have a program called Managing Self, if you want to get into that.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How is the Core Themes program marketed? How is it branded? These people have heard about it. We've heard about it, but if you go beyond there, how is it positioned out there? What's the sort of takeaway that people really can easily see?
We have a website.
I know
So
that, but everybody's got a website.
We have a book.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why we brought Jeff in-house, and we're working with a lot of different people and developing a comprehensive marketing plan to get the word out. It's basically reach one, teach one. It's going to be a lot of people who've been through the program, if that's what you want to call it, that are living on purpose now and by intent. And I think that's really what separates Core Themes alum from non-Core Themes alum. It's like we're not just kind of bouncing around like a pinball, that we have a map or a compass, at least, to guide us in a direction toward greater happiness, fulfillment, meaning. And as far as how are we getting the word out, that's what we're working on right now. That's part of what this is to determine what is the word, what are we offering here, what does it
Right, but I think if you listen, you heard it right here.
Right.
Sure.
We're having networking events.
Right.
but you're calling them experiential events.
And we're recording them.
Experiences.
And we're recording them. But I think one of the things that we shouldn't lose track of is a lot of people do Core Themes because they hate what they're doing.
Right.
And there's a big market for Core Themes for people who don't hate what they're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't like who they are.
There's also a general awareness out there that is growing. It's palpable now. I mean, I think even 2 years ago it wasn't as strong as it is now, but I think there's a general awareness in the general population that they want to rethink things.
Sure.
And tapping into those groups is part of what we're exploring. How do we get to them? Because they're out
The
there.
50-plus group. I will say, I mean, really getting onto that age, it wasn't that it was like, I really didn't feel like I was having a midlife crisis. I felt like I'd never been more sure of and more confident in what I was doing. But I think that's also a big age for people wanting to make changes, especially for women that have been bringing up kids. And, that's a big turning point. People want to maybe be a little more philanthropic or think about what they're doing. They've been in the rat race. So I think that's another really good group to look at for Core Themes.
And another one, sorry, John, is the accidental career people who got on a track and thought, I'm doing this because I can do it, but not really happy.
So like lawyers.
Like, look,
Yeah.
Well, any
That's a good
profession,
job.
really.
Court thieves
Any,
post
any
report.
company of size has pockets of people like that. How did I end up running the manufacturing facility at Beans, something like that?
People right out of college.
That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
was
what I was
thinking.
Yeah, you know, they've just
I
gotten
think
out
we
with
could
this
all
degree,
sort of
yeah.
find a rationale for
Yeah.
because I grew up thinking I was going to be married by the time I was 23 and have kids and a husband, and I didn't have any of those. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? And this was around 30, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm really unhappy, and I gained a lot of weight, and it's so I think there's a way in which now for women and for men too, you used to do this, and now you have all these options, and you don't really know how to harness them.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was.
So actually, to that point about age, is it targeted or is there an age that is focused on? I mean,
Well, there's actually 3 different groups that we're looking at. One, and kind of the meat is really what I call professionals in terms of their careers, 30, 40, 50 years old. They come to a crossroad. They say, I've done this for such and such years. What do I want to do for the next chapter of my life? And so that's probably going to be the bulk of our target market. But then there's also the kids, not just graduates from college, but the kids that are wandering around these,
Really
private
expensive.
universities that mom and dad are writing a check for $200,000 and they're saying, what am I going to do with my life? I've got 6 more months and then I'm graduating.
go to law school.
What if court thieves could be made part of the academic program, not just part of the career counseling, but part of the academic program?
That's a great idea,
So exactly. So that's the other population. So you've got I call it from onboarding to offboarding.
Parents would pay for that.
Okay, for the senior executives, I talk to folks all the time that are about my age. Money's not their thing. They're ready to retire, or within 1 or 2 years, they're in their 60s, they got plenty of money. It's what are they going to do with their time? And so I talk to, these are high net worth individuals, and I'll say, this is Core Themes is about transitioning. It's a plan to take you from white shirts to waiters, because a lot of my buddies like to fly fish. And it's just like, I ask them, what do you do to transition from life in the fast lane to the next chapter of your life? These are really bright, wealthy guys, and they go, I'm so busy, I'm in the hunt right now, I haven't had time to think about that. That's well, you might want to. Because so much of your worth and significance comes from what you do with your time. For a guy or a gal's validation. But
so do you craft potentially 3 different programs?
possibly, yeah. But the need of the program is going to be the same. It's going to be the 4 phases. But anyhow, just to answer your questions, those are the different markets that we've kind of targeted, and now we're developing, marketing, vehicles to go after them. So. But anyhow, anything else, Ernie?
The wrap up.
Any parting thoughts? Last.
Leftover Italian.
We got some leftovers here. We got some sweets over
Everyone
there.
take some with you.
I just want to thank everyone for coming. This is kind of like the first class reunion, right, for Core Themes graduates. And this has been a whole lot more exciting and rewarding than most class reunions I've been to, and I'm going to be able to drive myself home. This is the best. I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight and for just being part of the process and contributing in the spirit that you did here.